Hi, my name is Justin, aka Ghost Reader, and today I'm going to be doing a review of Malaya, Essays on Freedom by Cinelle Barnes. This is published by Little A, and I was lucky enough to get this as a art from NetGalley, so I'd like to thank them for the opportunity to review this book. When I saw this book on NetGalley, I was really excited because I had read her memoir, Cinelle Barnes' memoir, earlier this year, I think in May or June, and was blown away by it. It was really good. It was raw. It was honest. It was traumatic in some ways, especially for the one experiencing it. But it was powerful, too. And I thought that she did a really good job telling her story. And so when I saw this, I immediately requested it. I was hoping that I would be able to get a advanced reader copy of it, and I was lucky to be able to. So this book is already out in stores, and you can. Oh, her memoir, of course, has been out for a while, and this book came out on the 29th of October, so you can pick it up now. So this book is a collection of essays, unlike her memoir, which is more a narrative of her early life. This is actually a series of essays about her life here in America as a Filipina immigrant. So she came over from the Philippines to escape the horrors of her childhood, traumatic childhood. And she basically goes through what she went through when she came here. And she tells you this in little stories, through like little snippets of stuff that's happened in her life. And you hear about her experiences as an illegal immigrant, unfortunately, because when she came here, she was too old to be adopted. And so she was here as an illegal immigrant, and the struggles of doing that, and how that really it hit her hard because she had just came from the Philippines, and it was really tough over there. And yet she gets here, she thinks she's going to be part of the American dream, and everything's going to be great. And then she's dealt this huge blow, and it really hurt her. And she talks about how she worked through that, how she worked at a cafe in Harlem for a bit, and she talks about that when she went on to college. There's some good stuff that she learned there. She eventually talks about her getting married, moving down south, moving to an area where people will look at her ID card and go, I don't think that this is you. You stole someone's identity or something like that, because supposedly she didn't look like her last name. And kind of dealing with motherhood and trying to deal with all the stuff that came from her childhood, because just because she left the Philippines, that stuff still was there emotionally and kind of never really had been dealt with. So it was her, like, that the writing of Monsoon Mansion, her first book, was in a way as a therapy in and of itself, and she kind of talks about that and the impact that had on her. And about meeting her husband's family, her in-laws, and her husband is white, and then how the family felt when she came into the family, and her personal relationship with the mother-in-law, and then when she had a child, and thinking about like how she's going to raise her own child going forward, and how she has to leave some of the stuff, some of the baggage that she's had from her childhood, some of the bad stuff she's had, not passing on to her own child. And there's one in particular essay, I think towards the end, where she talks about, she worries about the other wanting to be a writer, because she said, I hope that you don't write for the same reasons that I wrote. And because for me, it was a form of me trying to deal with my demons. And that's how I was able to, when she wrote Monsoon Mansion, she was taking care of her kid at the time, and her husband, she was feeling it down. Her husband was simply just like, just write, just here's some note cards, just like when you're taking care of the kid, holding her while she's sleeping, just write it down. And that's eventually her notes and stuff that she was writing during that time eventually became her first memoir. So this book is real, it's raw, it really makes you think about some things from a different perspective, about life here in America, about the immigrant experience here in America, the idea that they're good immigrants and that they're bad ones. And I just felt that this was just as good as Monsoon Mansion was, and I thought Monsoon Mansion was excellent. I think that this book is excellent too, and I think that everyone, I would recommend this book to everyone, both books, to everyone. So she writes something else, I'm definitely going to be picking that up as well. I will give this book a 5 out of 5 stars. If you get the chance, even if you don't read nonfiction, I say that you should definitely check out Cinelle Barnes, these two books, because they're just well written. They get you emotionally. When I read this book, I think I read it in 2 nights. I believe, yeah, 2 nights, because it was just that good. Once you start reading it, it really hooks you, and she tells her story really well. So 5 out of 5 stars. Recommend that you all pick it up. This is already in bookstores. So yeah, if you read Manchu Mansion, let me know down in the comment section below, and please let me know how I did on this review. So if you like this video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more videos from me, please subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at GhostReads28, on Instagram at Justin the Ghost Reader, and on Goodreads. The link to that is down in the description box below. So as always, keep reading.